Good morning, my dear friends. In the last class, we understood by discussing elaborately the concept of appeals, where we introduced the route for appeal. Any person aggrieved with the order of superintendent, assistant commissioner, deputy commissioner, one can go to appeal, namely the aggrieved person can go for appeal to the joint commission appeals, where 10% of the pre-deposit of tax dispute supposed to deposit. If the order passed by the assistant commissioner or deputy commissioner, that matter can be challenged in the commissioner appeals office. There also 10% of tax dispute is a pre-deposit. That should not be go beyond the 40 crores of the total tax. Further, if the order passed by the first appeal authority, namely joint commission appeals or commission appeals, one can go to tribunal by pre-depositing 10%. The last class we referred this point, 10% of tax dispute amount. If a revision authority passed the order, with that the taxpayer got aggrieved, can go for appeal to the appellate tribunal, namely the GST appellate tribunal, where the pre-deposit also 10%. Maximum should not exceed 40 crores of rupees. This point I already referred with a numeric example. And also we referred in the last class, if we won the case on account of pre-deposit, we paid and gone for appeal, where the taxpayer won the case, the amount should be refunded to the taxpayer by the department as per section 115 of the CGST Act, where it says that from the day one of the pre-deposit till the date of pre-deposit refunded at the rate of 6% interest per annum has to pay to the taxpayer on that pre-deposit amount. This point also we referred in the last class. Up to this, in the last class we referred, my dear friends. Now further continuation. If I am going for appeal, where to go for appeal? Appeal to the appellate tribunal. Before that, first appellate authority. Appeal to the appellate authority is only against the order of the up to additional commissioner. Either it may be joint commission appeals or the commission appeals. In this process, I am bringing you to notice the following manner. Appeal to the appellate authority, where joint commission appeals or the commission appeals, where if you wanted to go for appeal to appeal authority, there won't be any restrictions, you can go for appeal in general, but the time limit should be followed. Sir, in the case where the department want to go for appeal against their own orders, well possible. When it is possible means a revision authority, in the case where additional commissioner says that, hey superintendent, hey assistant commissioner, deputy commissioner, you pass the order with amount of respective value which is not appropriate, I feel so. Therefore, we are directing you, you please go for appeal to get the justice. In the sense, get a legality. For example, in the case where show cause was issued by the superintendent for, let us say, 9 lakh rupees, up to 20 lakhs of total tax, who can issue? Superintendent. Now this superintendent issue the notice for 9 lakhs and pass the order, drop the demand, with which the department officer, the higher authority, namely revision authority, namely joint commissioner appeals or additional commissioner appeals, not satisfied with your order, drop the demand. Why drop the demand? You please file the case in the higher authority, namely joint commissioner appeals. Let them decide. Like that, the revision authority can direct. In that case, the department will come for appeal. Now, departmental appeals has monetary values restrictions, not for the taxpayer appeal. What are those restrictions here? Means are as follows. In the case where if you are going for appeal as a department appeal, that should be in the following manner, within that limits. If the limit is exceeded, only go for appeal. Otherwise, you are not eligible for appeal. That monetary limit I am bringing to notice for a kind consideration is as follows. In our matter given to you. Suppose if the appeal filed by the department where against the order of, let us say, revenue authority, or revenue authority is directing, hey Mr. Officer, go for appeal. For example, Commissioner of Central Tax empowered to revise the order of Joint Commissioner, Additional Commissioner. Below their rank officer, the commissioner is empowered to revise the order below their rank officers. In that case, while revise the order, whether to increase or not to increase, that particular confusion is available, then the officer directing, hey officer, go for appeal. So there is a well possible department also can come for appeal against their own orders or upon the direction of the revenue authority, as the case may be. In that case, here there is a monetary limit has been prescribed. You cannot go for appeal to department to the tribunal as a departmental appeal. Is appeal forum for departmental appeal. Departmental appeal is restricted. Monetary limit is there. If the dispute belongs to or dispute is less than or equal to 20 lakhs. What is 20 lakhs? If there is a tax, if there is a interest, if there is a penalty, you refer only tax. If there is a interest, you refer only the interest. If there is no tax, only interest is the interest only. No interest, sir. Only penalty. Penalty only should more than 20 lakhs. No, sir. Tax not there, but interest and penalties are there, sir. Interest and penalties are there. Then the interest penalty together have to see. You get my point, sir? If the tax along with the interest penalties, only tax portion. If the interest is there, only interest portion. If penalty only is there, penalty portion. Interest penalty is there, together you have to see. Where you are not allowed to go for appeal through tribunal against the order of AC or DC, assistant commissioner or commissioner. AC, the assistant commissioner, the medicine, sorry to say here, the orders against, first you have to derive the hierarchy. Orders against superintendent, orders in assistant commissioner, deputy commissioner. Now, where you can go here? You can go to joint commissioner appeals. Then, second category, if it is orders against joint commissioner or actually, where can go? Only commissioner appeals. Now assume joint commissioner appeals or commissioner appeals pass the order against the department. The value of tax portion involved in it, the value of tax portion involved in the given case, let us say only rupees tax portion is total 18 lakhs. Interest 2 lakhs. Penalty 18 lakhs. You should not look all these clumped together. Only refer tax. Tax how much is there? 18 lakhs. Who issued the order? Joint Commissioner Appeals. Or who issued the order? Commissioner Appeals. Tax portion how much is there? 18 lakhs. Below 20 lakhs. You are not allowed to go for appeal as a department appeal to GST 80. Get my point, sir? Sir, the matter is belongs to revision authority. Revision authority order. Revision authority directing Mr. Officer, go to appeal against your own order. If the value is less than or equal to tax value of 20 lakhs, not allowed to go to tribunal. Order passed by the tribunal. Departmental appeal cannot go for High Court if the tax portion is not exceeding 1 crore. This tax, total tax, CGST, HGST, IGST, everything, including compensations, up to 1 crore of tax dispute cases, judgment given by tribunal in favor of the taxpayer against the department. Department not allowed to go for appeal to High Court. If the High Court given the judgment where the tax portion involved not exceeding 2 crores, that judgment given against the department by High Court, in that case, department not allowed to go to Supreme Court against the order of the High Court if the amount is not tax amount not exceeding 2 crores. You get my point, sir? From first appellate authority or from revision authority, departmental appeal cannot go to tribunal if the amount is not exceeded 20 lakhs. If tribunal given judgment, adverse judgment to department against the order of that tribunal, department cannot go for appeal to High Court if the total tax involved is less than or equal to 1 crore. If adverse decision given by High Court against the department, then that matter not appealable to Supreme Court by the department if the tax amount involved not exceeding 2 crores. You get my point? However, department can go for appeal in the following exceptional cases, irrespective of the value of amount tax involved. In what cases? The judiciary given judgment ultra virus of the act, ultra virus, the judgment of the judiciary ultra virus become nullifying the act or the rule or notifications issued by the government become null and void, ultra virus. Circular of the CBSE ultra virus. In that case, department can go for appeal even though the amount is not exceeding 20 lakhs, 1 crore or 2 crores, as the case may be to the CGST, to the GST, High Court or Supreme Court respectively. Or the matter belongs to listen where the dispute is valuation, the dispute belongs to classification, the dispute belongs to place of supply, dispute relating to refund matter. In these cases or any other issue feel appropriate, in that case department can go for appeal even though the value not exceeded the limits, or the government may notify cases, circumstances where one can go for appeal, department can go for appeal. So these are exceptional cases. In general, department not going to go for appeal if the matter short paid, not paid, disputes are there, procedural lapse are there, or the what we can call it. Otherwise, department can go for appeal in the case where if the judgment is given by the judiciary against the department, against the government, against a specific officer, something commented made, officer involved, collude with the taxpayer, officer is highly corrupted, like that judiciary commented. but it may not be so. For that case, department to seek the justice from higher forum allowed. These are the exceptional cases which I presented here for your kind consideration. Up to this from here. However, these limits are not applicable in the following cases. In the following cases. In that case, they can go for appeal. Is clear, my dear sir? Any difficulty, my dear? If you have no difficulty, furthermore proceeding. Now we are where? Appeal. Appeal to first appeal authority. It may be Joint Commissioner Appeals or Commissioner Appeals. If the taxpayer assessee filing the appeal, in that case, Form GST APL 01, time limit for appeal 3 months from the date of passing the order. The appeal authority can condone the delay for further period of 30 days. When you go for departmental appeal, they have to file the APL 03 as a departmental appeal, where the time limit has been extended to 6 months, not 3 months, for making the application to tribunal, to the Joint Commissioner Appeals or Commissioner Appeals, as the case may be. 6 months time period. For them, department, the first appeal authority can also further condone the delay for the period of 30 days. That means taxpayer appeal 3 months time period from the date of passing the order in original. Or if the department going for appeal against their own orders, or the revision authority directed to go for appeal, in that case, from the date of direction to go for appeal, within 6 months time period available to file the appeal APL 03. The appeal authority is empowered to condone the delay not only for taxpayer appeal but also departmental appeal for a period of 30 days. APL 01 application for appeal by the taxpayer. APL 03 the departmental appeal to appeal authority. In between, APL 02 is an acknowledgement for the appeal. APL 02 acknowledgement for appeal. Now, a hard copy of the appeal is required to submit in the office of the Department of Joint Commissioner Appeals, Commissioner Appeals, in the office of the appeal authority. The law here says not warranted. Earlier it was so, now not required, because if the order passed by the officer, proper officer, which is uploaded through system, through network portal, which is available to the judiciary also, to appeal authority, Joint Commissioner Appeals can log in that particular GST network portal and look with the particular person order in original, what the order in original talks about. If the order in original passed by the proper officer manually, not through system software, that time only a requirement of hard copy in the office of the Joint Commissioner Appeals or Commissioner Appeals as a whole in the office of appellate authority is required. Hard copy required, which is required to submit within the time period specified. Within 7 days of filing the appeal electronically, hard copy required to submit within 7 days of filing the appeals soft copy manner. Soft copy uploaded appeal purpose from that date 7 days. You have to file the hard copy also in the office of the Joint Commissioner Appeals, Commissioner Appeals. Why? Because that appeal authority cannot view the order in original through system software, because the order originally passed through manually. In that case only hard copy required to submit. Now assume a scenario, hard copy required to submit, where the order in original passed by the officer is manually. In that case, from the date of uploading the appeal soft copy to system, within 7 days, if you file the hard copy, then you are filing the appeal for the within 3 months time period from passing the order. For that purpose, the date of filing the appeal soft copy is a date of filing for the 3 months time period. No sir, within 7 days from the date of filing the appeal soft copy, hard copy not submitted where hard copy required cases. Then when you submit the hard copy? After 75 days, sir. Use it, so? Yes, sir. the date of filing, the actual physical hard copy is the date of filing. By the time 3 months time period from the date of passing the order expires, then the appeal authority may not be condone the delay. Condonation of delay is not right of the taxpayer. It is the power of the department appellate authority whether to condone or not to condone the delay. If the delay not condoned, time barred appeal cannot be entertained from hearing, and your appeal not qualify for appeal as a time barred appeal to the appeal authority, that you cannot go and file the appeal in the GSTAT at lower forum itself not qualify because of time barred. It cannot be considered for the higher authority appeal. Only option, writ, file the writ petition in the High Court. That is, if it has the merit, the High Court will accept from hearing, otherwise they will reject. No, the merit, it has no merit. What for delay? Sir, I'm sleeping, sir. Why are you sleeping? Sir, continuously I'm eating more and more, sir. Because of that, no work, sir. Huge amount of eating, sir. More sleeping, sir. I could not woke up, sir. 3 months are over, sir. Go and sleep. Don't come here. Department, the High Court never going to entertain the writ if it has no merit. Then what is the merit to accept means? I will tell you a case. Sir, I asked for refund. Refund has been sanctioned. Before amount getting credited to my account, department revised my refund claim and demanding me to pay the tax back. Earlier when I applied for refund was confirmed. After confirmation of refund, instead of granting refund, they reassess my assessment and enhance the liability and asking to pay back the amount of GST. Millard, by the time I appeal, time barred. Now I am coming to High Court with the writ petition. In the writ, judge will refer. Initially, refund is granted. Before making the payment to the taxpayer, revision taken place and pass the order demanding the tax. Something went wrong in between, which has a merit. Such application for appeal is time barred. No problem. The taxpayer can come for High Court with the writ. And sometimes before I say the latest case law, where vendor not pay the tax, whereas buyer paid the tax to vendor. Since the vendor not paid the tax to department send a notice to the buyer to reverse the credit. That matter went for Commission Appeals. Commission Appeals not accept for hearing it. Not fit for hearing. Get out. Why? Very clearly section 16 subsection 2 clause C says that the supplier should make the payment to department. They only carry it out to the buyer. Therefore, we are not going to hear the case. Then the matter went to High Court. In the case of Suncraft Energy Private Limited, Supreme Court taken up this under as a merit case. Get my points. Such cases only the merit. That is called merit. Now please come back. My point to refer here is what? Appeal to appellate authority. Either appeal to Commissioner Appeals or appeal to Joint Commissioner Appeals against the order of the Superintendent or Assistant Commissioner, Deputy Commissioner. If it is so, Joint Commissioner Appeals. No, sir, the order passed by the officer is a Joint Commissioner or Assistant Commissioner. So I will go to appeal to Commissioner Appeals, where the pre-deposit also made and went for appeal. For taxpayer appeal, filing the application form GST APL 01. Time period 3 months from the date of passing the order. If the time period within 3 months not able to apply for appeal, the appellate authority can condone for a further period of 30 days. It is on the right of the taxpayer. It is the power of the department to grant or not to grant. Coming back, APL 03, departmental appeal to appeal authority within a period of 6 months from the date of passing the order, from the date of directing by the revision authority. Further condonation of delay can be condoned for a period of 30 days, not even 30 days. Now, beyond 30 days, the appellate authority has no right to condone the delay, neither for the departmental appeal nor taxpayer appeal. And for you made application, if you made application for which acknowledgement be issued form APL 02 is clear. Thereafter, am I required to submit the hard copy of uh, appeal I made through system software? Not required. If the order and original passed with the officer through system software, soft copy is there. That can be accessed by the officer. If the officer passed by the order version manually, which is not available in system software, where you upload the appeal, soft copy application you made from the date of making the application through GST Tribunal, GST Network Portal, appeal is there. When you make appeal to soft copy, from the date of making the application soft copy, within 7 days you have to submit the hard copy. Then the date of submission of soft copy is the date of filing the appeal. If the delay happened beyond 7 days, actual date of filing the physical copy in the office of the appeal authority is the date of making the application for appeal. By the time delay happen, condonation may not be possible. Is clear, my dear friends? Maximum adjournment during the hear by tribunal, sorry to say by appeal authority, can be granted to 3 occasions. Adjournment, postponement. The appeal authority can also allow to add or include grounds of appeal if satisfied that their omission was not willful or otherwise unreasonable. Some of the grounds on appeal I left when I make an application for appeal. Now while hearing I want to add permission granted. If it is not unreasonable, or if it is omission, if it is just a matter of a omission, sir, not a willful or intentionally I have not hide, sir, it is omitted, sir, by mistake, sir, human error, sir, then accepted from further hearing. Further, maximum period of 1 year only the appeal can be heard, means the judgment given by the appeal authority within 1 year from the date of accepting appeal from hearing. At the same time, appeal authority AA, namely Joint Commission of Appeals or Commission of Appeals, has not having any power to remand the matter back to the adjudicating authority. What do you mean by this point? What do you mean by not remand the matter back to the adjudicating authority? How to understand this? Not remanding the matter back to adjudicating authority. For example, Joint Commission of Appeals hearing the case. While hearing the case, the matter noticed by the department, judiciary, the superintendent passed the tax demand of 9 lakhs. It is not 9 lakhs actually, 19 lakhs. Shortfall how much? 10 lakhs. For that, the appeal authority should not send back the case superintendent. Hey, superintendent, woke up, take this case, file back, and send one more order for balance amount of 10 lakh. Should not do so. Then Joint Commissioner Appeals or Commission Appeals, as appeal authority, if they notice any discrepancy furthermore to ask for tax, they themselves can act as adjudicating authority for that shortfall and direct, hey, Mr. Taxpayer, superintendent passed the order only for 9 lakhs, which is not so, is 19 lakhs. The differential amount of 10 lakhs, total 10 plus 9, 19 lakhs you have to pay now. Like that, the appeal authority should act, not send back the case to adjudicating authority. Is it clear, my dear friends? It's a matter of this. Then, the order passed by the appeal authority in form GST APL 04, clearly indicating the final amount of demand confirmed. Is clear? So, APL 01 to APL 04 is clear. APL 01 application for taxpayer, APL 02 acknowledgement, APL 03 application for department, APL 02 acknowledgement to the department. Get my point, sir? Thereafter, APL 04 order passing the office, the appeal authority. Maximum time limit to hear the case 1 year. Appeal to appeal authority is 3 months for the taxpayer, 6 months for the department. These are all criteria. In the case of appeal files through soft copy, where the order originally passed to soft copy, then no need to file hard copy. If it is order original passed by the department is hard copy, then from the date of filing the appeal through system software, hard copy should be submitted within 7 days. If there is a case, the date of filing the appeal through system software, soft copy is the date of filing. If not, date of actual filing of the application, hard copy is the date of filing the application for appeal. Is clear, sir? If the department got aggrieved against the order of APL 04 issued by the department, namely appeal authority, who got aggrieved? Department. Department cannot go for appeal to tribunal if the tax amount involved not exceeding 20 lakhs. For exception is allowed, like a valuation, refund case, classification, place of supply, or any other issue cases. Is clear as? Now I am going to go against the order of appeal authority to tribunal, where the pre-deposit how much, sir? 10% or tax dispute. If the judgment is issued by the appeal authority against the taxpayer, get my points? That 10% pre-deposit of tax applicable only if and if taxpayer. Is clear? So in that case, the appeal to the appellate tribunal is as follows. Presenting, just look and understand. Appeal to appellate tribunal. GST 80. Here, appellate tribunal can refuse to admit any appeal where the amount less than or equal to rupees 50,000. That means the value of amount involved, disputable amount less than or equal to rupees 50,000, petty amount, which generally the tribunal won't hear the case, will reject. Now, go. At the same time, when I refer the refund and a chapter I referred, you can't ask for refund if the amount of tax less than rupees 1000. CGST Act. Less than 1000, no refund. Okay. As per SGST, less than 1000. Totally less than 2000, no refund. Can department demand by issuing the notice, can pass the order if the total demand is less than rupees 2000? Also no. No demand will come, no notice will be issued if the value less than CGST 1000, SGST 1000. Together less than 2000 cases, there won't be any show cause notices are passing the order. You get my point, sir? Likewise, if the value of total tax amount involved or total disputable amount is involved in the given cases less than 50,000 rupees, don't come to tribunal office. Tribunal is busy with so much of files. Small petty amount should not file, neither by department nor the taxpayer. Of course, department can file. For department, time the mandate limit is how much? 20 lakhs above tax amount involved cases only can come for tribunal by the department. Get my point, sir? For the taxpayer, the value more than 50,000 tax involved case only can come for appeal to tribunal. Is the meaning of it. Now come back. Appeal form GST APL 05, application for appeal by the taxpayer against the order of 1. Joint Commission Appeals, 2. Commission Appeals, 3. Order revised by Regional Authority. See, order passed by Joint Commissioner for, let us say, 2.5 crore. This has been revised by the Commissioner to 3 crores. Already for 2.5 crores, I am crying. You ask me to pay 3 crores. Then in that case, I got hurt against the order of the Revenue Authority, or I may be hurt against the order of the Joint Commission Appeals or Commission Appeals. Where can go for appeal? To tribunal. In that case, taxpayer appeal, form GST APL 05. Time limit to go for appeal by taxpayer 3 months from the date of receipt of the order. Tribunal can condone the delay for a further period of 3 months, not exceed 3 months, not much only, not beyond that. 3 plus 3, maximum 6 months. When the department come for appeal, APL 07, APL 07. Time limit for appeal by department to tribunal is 6 months. Further cannot be exceed for a period of 3 months to condone the delay. Get my points? Further, my friends, here for taxpayer appeal, every 1 lakh there is a fee payable to a court or tribunal. Fee payable to a tribunal. How much? 1,000 rupees fees for every 1 lakh. Maximum amount is how much? 25,000 as per the CGST, same as per the SGST. It's clear, my dear friends. Now, assume a scenario and answer to me as a food for thought. Total tax due. $26 lakhs. How much, Amma? Here, every 1 lakh, how much? 1,000. 1,000 into 26. How much? 26. Maximum how much? 25,000. You get my point, sir? If is a CGST, equal amount of SGST, then the maximum fee, how much you are going to pay? How much? 50,000 rupees. This 25,000 and this is 25,000 because this is only CGST. Here also 25 lakhs. It's clear? Get my point, sir? 50 lakhs of total tax demand. CGST is together this much. In that case, as per the CGST, 25,000 maximum amount. As per SGST, maximum amount 25,000, which is 50,000. Who paid a taxpayer? Paid. To whom? GST 80, which is appellate tribunal. Now, who is supplier for this? Supplier is a tribunal. Taxpayer is a recipient. Correct, Amma? If so, in the given case, this fees rupees 50,000 attract GST. You get my point? Is it attract GST? Tell me the answer. No. Reason? It is not a. It is covered under, instead of not. It is covered. Where? Schedule 3. Point number 2. Fee payable to a court or tribunal, which includes redressal commission, consumer dispute redressal commission. Get my point, sir? The fee not attract TDS. I mean, not attract the what we can call no TDS will attract, no GST will attract. Is clear? Now please come back. Where we are, sir? We are here. Further, same. If the order passed by the officer as a reviewing authority manually, or the appeal authority passed the order manually, then appeal filed the appellate tribunal, that appeal filed through soft copy, then the same order original not available to system software to tribunal. Therefore, you have to file within 7 days of filing appeal through system software. Soft copy of appeal to tribunal within 7 days of that copy should be filed within 7 days hard copy in the office of tribunal. Then the date of filing the soft copy is the date of filing the appeal. If 7 days time barred, then date of filing the hard copy is the date of filing to tribunal. It is only when if the order in original passed by the revision authority manually or order passed by the appellate authority manually, this 7 days concept will come into picture to submit the hard copy. Is clear? Further, cross objections can be filed in prescribed memorandum form GST APL 06 cross objection, APL 04 application, APL 05 appeal to the tribunal by taxpayer, APL 07 is an appeal filed by the department to tribunal. In between 5 and 6, APL 06 is a cross memorandum can be submitted by the parties. The opposite party to the appellate to the appeal within 45 days of receipt of the notice of the appeal. When the submission to taken place to tribunal asks, hey department, taxpayer submitted this particular appeal, you want to submit your stand, submit. No, department filed the appeal in the tribunal. Hey taxpayer, department filed the case in the tribunal. You want to submit the classification, submit. Like that, the send the notice by tribunal within 45 days of receipt of that notice, you have to submit your cross objection. Sir, Milord, it is not so. My stand is this. The respondent should submit. Hearing can be adjourned for a maximum period of 3 occasions, normally applicable to all cases of hearing. Appellate tribunal can also allow or add additional grounds of appeal or additional grounds if satisfied that their omission was not willful or unreasonable. Reasonable because that fellow fell into corona, hospitalized, then came back, but time he forget to submit some points, acceptable, which is not wantedly, intentionally kept hide. Such things derived by the tribunal, they permit to add new points while hearing the case. Further, the maximum time period to hear the case by tribunal is 1 year, not beyond that. Within that, they pass the order. Tribunal can remand the back case. That means tribunal and above, tribunal, high court, supreme court is empowered while hearing the case. Hey, Mr. Officer, you passed the order 2.5 crores. Sorry, it is not 2.5 crores, it is a 3 crores matter. Shortfall how much? Further 50 lakhs tax demand. Issue the order. Like that, the tribunal or the high court or supreme court is empowered to remand the matter back to the authority, tax authority. In that case, from that their order, time period is that 2 years to pass the order, to issue the order. 2 years time period is there for department. This point we referred already under section 75, general provisions. Get my point, sir? Now please come back. In the given case, who is not having the power to remand the matter back to adjudicating authority? Joint Commission Appeals, Commission Appeals. They won't have right. They should act as themselves adjudicating authority to pass the order. Further, the tribunal has the power to rectify any error apparent on the face of the record if such error is noticed by its own accord or it's brought to the notice of the appellate department within a period of 3 months from the date of the order. Within 3 months can rectify the mistakes if they committed while passing the order. Otherwise, what happened? You have to go to High Court or High Court for review petition. You have to get rectification. Tribunal when pass the order, that can be rectified. If it is omissions or commission errors, in the name of rectification of mistake, hey tribunal, you should not enhance the liability. Omission or corrections allowed. What do you mean by omissions or corrections? Typographical error. 50 lakhs demanded pass, 50 lakhs. Amount also 50 lakhs in rupees. while mentioning 10 misplaced. It become a 5 lakhs. 50 lakhs amma, 10 missed, 5 lakhs. So resultantly is a typographic error. The content if we add this 50 lakhs coming, but 10 missing total. Therefore, typography error can be rectified within a period of 3 months. If they brought to the notice, parties brought to the notice of the tribunal, tribunal can revise it. Is clear? Time limit is 3 months. Is clear? Now please come back. With this, the appeal to tribunal is completed. Against the order of the tribunal, department want to go for appeal to High Court. Only the matter not pertaining to place of supply to anti-profiteering, then High Court. If the department want to go for appeal to High Court, there is a money limit. The value of tax amount should not exceed, should exceed 1 crore. If not exceed 1 crore, total tax not fit for appeal, unless some exceptional cases. For taxpayer appeal, yes, they can go for appeal to High Court. If the matter not belongs to place of supply, not belongs to anti-profiteering, the order passed by the tribunal can go to High Court. If the matter belongs to place of supply, anti-profiteering, hereby principal bench of the tribunal, in that case, the aggrieved party, it means department or taxpayer, can directly go to Supreme Court. If the department want to go for appeal to Supreme Court, the value should be more than 2 crores of tax demand. Departmental appeal, this is a limit. For taxpayer appeal, no limit. He can go for appeal to Supreme Court directly. Is clear? Now, assuming that the matter dispute other than the place of supply, other than the anti-profiteering. In that case, who passed the order? Tribunal at what is a no state bench, area bench. Get my point? There are two benches, principal bench and state bench. So state bench matter can be challenged in the High Court. If I am going for High Court, what is the procedure? Is as follows. If I am eligible to go for High Court, maybe taxpayer or maybe department, as the case may be, appeal to High Court. Appeal against the order passed by the state bench of the tribunal can go to High Court. Case involves substantial question of law, does not involve any issue relating to place of supply. Any issue relating to place of supply. Now, one more thing is there. Any issue relating to anti-profiteering. In that case, can go for appeal to High Court. Cannot go to High Court. Get my point? Principal bench or anti-profiteering disputes of the principal directly go to Supreme Court. So the matter other than not involves place of supply, not involves anti-profiteering, that case only can go to High Court. Time limit to go High Court 180 days from the date of passing the order, communication order by the tribunal. High Court can condone the delay for a number of days. There is no time period for the High Court. At the same time, there is no time bound period to hear the case and dispose the case. Unlike of a appellate authority or tribunal, they can hear maximum how long? 1 year only. Within 1 year they have to give the judgment. If matter go to High Court, no time bound period to give judgment. Going for appeal to High Court, time limit is there. How much? 180 days from the date of communication of the order, namely from the date of passing the order. Communication of the order and passing the order, two different things are there. Whenever I say communication of the order, it should be, whenever I say passing the order, it should be communicating that order. Wherever I say passing the order, means judiciary passed the order, but is not properly communicated to the taxpayer, then how the taxpayer can go for appeal? So the date of receipt of the communication from that date 3 months time period. From that date only 3 months time period will count, or from that date only what we can call here is initially 3 months in case of appeal authority. In the case of a tribunal also 3 months time period considered only from date of communication of the order. Though I may lucidly say that from date of passing the order, from date of passing the order is nothing but communication of the order. Is clear as sir? Time limit to go for appeal to High Court from the date of communication of the order within 180 days. Either departmental appeal, same number of days. It may be taxpayer appeal, same number of days. At the same time, my dear, High Court is empowered to condone the delay in number of days, no issue. Whereas appeal authority can condone the delay only for a period of 30 days. Whereas tribunal can condone the delay for a period of only 3 months, not beyond that. Understand the differences? Then, order passed by the High Court. I want to go to Supreme Court. Who am I? Department. You cannot go to Supreme Court if the tax amount involved less than or equal to 2 crores. It should be more than 2 crores. So I am a taxpayer. You can go for appeal. Or the tribunal passed the order hearing case of place of supply. Here case of anti-profiteering. Principal bench passed the order. Directly can go to Supreme Court. For going to Supreme Court, there is no time bound period. There was a 60 days time period I have come across, but Supreme Court is the supremo to consider the case for hearing. Orders passed by the principal bench of the appellate tribunal where on the issue involved place of supply or anti-profiteering. Why I am referring anti-profiteering? The separate chapter anti-profiteering, section 171, has been transferred from CCI, Competition Commission of India, to anti-profiteering. Anti-profiteering only will hear the case. What is the anti-profiteering? Reduction in the rate of tax, commensurate reduction in the price, ultimate benefit goes to taxpayer. Input tax benefit ultimately should pass on to end user. If you not did so, you are retaining, you are earning that marginal amount difference between the tax reductions or the input tax credit. The benefit is gaining by the taxpayer. Then taxpayer suffer of the tax? No. That time how taxpayer can get the benefit on account of reduction of GST? Who is the ultimate taxpayer? End user. B2B transaction, no revenue, because I am collecting that tax and paying the tax. In that case, no tax paid by the businessman. Ultimate end user is the taxpayer. The reduction in the tax rates, the benefit goes to end user. Instead of passing the end user, the rate not reduced, gaining by the taxpayer is anti-profiteering. If the dispute comes, the matter will be heard by the principal bench of the tribunal. Directly can go to Supreme Court. Supreme Court has the right to condone the delay for a number of days. Supreme Court has no time bound period to come out and give judgment. Is a phenomenon of High Court and Supreme Court. Of course, High Court, Supreme Court, even from tribunal, they have the right to remand the matter back to adjudicate authority. Got the clarity, my dear friends? Any difficulty? No difficulty. With this, I can say that the appeals, right from the Joint Commission Appeals or Commission Appeals to Supreme Court of India, including pre-deposit concept, has been concluded. Is clear as well? Apart from that, one more appeals are there. Secondary, a separate route of appeal called as appellate authority AAR. From AAR to AAR, Appellate Authority for Advance Ruling. It is authority for advance ruling. Very simple. The matter belongs to classification dispute, applicability of the notification, determination of time value and value of supply, time of supply, value of supply, admissibility of the ITC, determination of the tax liability to pay the tax, applicant is required to be registered or not required to be registered, whether any particular thing done by the applicant amounts to supply or not a supply. So the matter belongs to classification. Notification applicable or not applicable, time of supply, place of time of supply, value of supply, but not place of supply. So time of supply, value of supply disputes or ITC dispute, tax liability dispute, tax liability to pay the tax dispute, or to be registered, not to be registered dispute, or the amount of activity, amount to supply or not. These activities, for these type of disputes alone, a taxpayer or maybe a registered person, unregistered person can go for appeal to AAR or AAR. Sir, unregistered person can go for AAR? Yes. Why? What's the name of AAR? Authority for Advance Ruling. Knowing the law in advance is called AAR. So, I am an Indian resident. Next year, I am going to be qualify the CA. I am going to be start the profession of practicing CA. There, if I provide this service, whether it is taxable or not, classification exempt or taxable. I got 2 days of doubt. I am a CA student. I am a CA student. Can I appeal to appellate authority? Yes. Yeah. To go for appeal to appellate authority, a person not required to be a registered person. There may be a case where a registered person committed a transaction, notice has been issued, passed the order against him, and the person got aggrieved, got hurt with the order of the department, being a taxpayer, has two routes. One can go for appeal from Joint Commission Appeals to Supreme Court is one route. Otherwise, leave that route and come to Authority for Advance Ruling. But at any circumstances, hey, Mr. Appellant, being a registered person, if you file the appeal to Joint Commission Appeals or Commission Appeals or Tribunal Appeals, if you file the appeal, that you cannot challenge in the advance ruling. It should be a fresh case. Or at the same time, if the High Court given the judgment, after that, the same matter, the same person cannot file the appeal in the advance ruling. Judiciary given the judgment is the final, again should not be come and challenge that in the advance ruling. Already the judiciary taken up for hearing going on, that cannot be questioned again here, advance ruling. At the same time, the tribunal passed the order, that cannot be challenged here, or High Court passed the order, that cannot be challenged here. Next one, if the dispute pertaining to place of supply, dispute pertaining to anti-profiteering, that cannot be heard by the Authority for Advance Ruling. Is clear, sir? And this ruling is applicable only to the applicant and department. For example, I am Mr. Rafi. I went to appeal to AAR. Is clear, sir? I filed the appeal by paying the fees also. I have to pay the fees. Application fees to appeal authority, in the case of here, is there, separate amount is there. Application fees here rupees 5,000 CGST and 5,000 GST, totally 10,000. Who paid a Rafi against a particular order of the department? I filed the appeal. Judgment is given in favor of Rafi. Now, my best friend, very close friend, who is Mr. Sham. Sham can consider judgment given to Rafi, which is applicable to Rafi as well as department, that facts of the case same as the facts of the case of the Sham also. Sham, thickest friend of Rafi. Sham can consider this AAR decision is as applicable as Rafi to Sham. This is a question mark. The law here said once the authority for advance ruling given the ruling for an applicant is applicable to that applicant as well as department. It cannot be applied to the applicant associate companies. It cannot be applied to the applicant red persons. It can be applied to applicant friends. Then Sham, you again apply by making the payment to AR, CGST, HGST, fee how much? Each 5,000, totally 10,000. Make an application. If you apply, the appeal authority will hear the case. Your case will be here for a maximum period of here. They mention here the time period is there. Within 90 days of receipt of your application, if they accept from hearing, they will come out with a judgment. To go for appeal to AAR, no time limit. Once you go for appeal to AAR, yes, come please. Recording pause for a moment.